Hey guys, I am back and we are now at day 20. I'm gonna keep this short. I did the Josh Boone show this morning, so that's another podcast, and that's gonna be another event and incident that came out of me doing this live streaming. And that's gonna be about a 3 hour podcast actually. So I was up this morning early and we talked for about 4 hours. So it's probably going to whittle down to like a 3 hour podcast. So I'm pretty tired, mentally tired from just doing that today. So today I'm going to do some work, and we'll use this session, this portal, this bubble that we have created with you coming on with me, and we're just going to do some journaling. I'm going to share my screen, and I will show you the prompt. I'll give you the prompt, the journaling prompt that we can use today. All right, I'm going to share. Let's see. Click share, and that should come up. There it is. All right. Just to review, last night we looked at the victim mindset versus the agency mindset. And I actually want to, now that I think about it, I want to add a couple of things to this mindset. Okay. Um, So the agency mindset, we said, is taking responsibility and understanding that our mind and body work for us. They are like almost like employees. They work for us. They're my brain, my organs, all my limbs work for me, right? But I have to manage them. I have to tell them what to do. Same thing with my brain. I have to manage it. Okay. So I just wanted to clarify something. When we say we are taking an agency mindset, right, it doesn't mean that we don't discount, um, injustices or bad things that other people have done to us. It just means we don't focus on those things, and we don't put those as excuses or reasons why we can't take responsibility for our lives, why we can't create, while we can't produce things, while we can't say what is in our heart, while we can't ask for help, create partnerships, all these things that you have to do in order to build whatever your dream project is, your dream business, whatever that is, whatever your hobby is, or whatever that thing that's in your heart that keeps you up at night that you want to actually accomplish in your life, whatever that is. We're not saying um, that that you're never a actual like legal victim of something. Okay, if you're robbed, you're a victim of a robbery, obviously, right? But it what this does is it um uh takes energy um away from blaming others, right? Because if you think of a computer, if you have several applications open at the same time, that uses more processing power and more memory inside the computer, right? Let me just fix this. If you think of yourself as a computer, when you focus on these things and you're almost like giving them energy, they are continuing to have power over you. You can choose to put them to the side and go ahead and take your action. It doesn't mean they don't exist. Okay. It also doesn't mean that we're blaming others, right? It doesn't mean we are blaming others. Okay. This is a no blame, no judgment zone. There's no judgment on anybody. Okay. We can experience bad things happening to us without necessarily blaming or judging people. Okay. It's just not the best use of our time. Not best use of time and mental energy. Okay. I just wanted to clarify that because when people come to this new perspective, that's one of the big questions you have because a lot of us are raised in this victimhood mindset. And but what it does is it causes us to wait for things. It causes us to wait for things. So let's go back. We're going to add act, don't wait. And that's why I started with no one is coming to help. That's what I mean by no one is coming to help. So I should actually, there you go, move that up there. All right. So for September 21st, we're starting at 10 p.m. and let's do about 10 minutes of journaling. The prompt I want to get to today is called the gratitude practice. Okay. So, what is the gratitude practice? It's the easiest way that we can start to experience abundance. Abundance. And all we're doing is we're adding to our list of prompts. I haven't given you all of them. I've only given you a couple of them. Add this to your toolkit. We're building out your life UI, your life interface, right? So part of these things is what tool are we going to pull out of our bag of tricks? Just like in like a video game, like in a Halo or something or Destiny, you're pulling out weapons like I don't know guns or bazookas or knives or something, right? So the gratitude practice is simply daily write a list of things you're grateful for. Grateful for, and that could be so examples could be like people, people, knowledge, uh, circumstances, circumstances. It can be very meta, It doesn't have to be completely concrete. It can be very sort of abstract. People, knowledge, things that come into your life. It could be so people, knowledge. It could be experiences, like you went somewhere, you know, experiences, right? All those things that I actually mentioned from W.H. Murray's quote about commitment. Incidents, incident, incidents, chance meetings, right? And material assistance. Okay, so how to do this? I'm gonna make sure you guys know how to do this, and then we are going to we're gonna mute. Okay. So examples. How? Process. Simply, um, write today's date. Today's date. And it doesn't matter how big or small it is. Okay. So big or small, write anything you are grateful for. Okay? Anything. It could be this juice I have here. It could be this aromatherapy. And it can be the same thing every day. Can be same thing every day. Okay? So for example, I do most of my journaling at my local coffee shop. So what I do is I always mention the coffee that good coffee and customer service and the ability to sit here in this nice little booth and be left alone. So I could, if I wanted to, write that every day. Why would I do that? The point here is to create evidence. So you want a daily record of evidence. And that's why this is an exercise. Some of these things are not apparent. You have to sit down and sort of think about, well, what are some things that happened in the past day? Okay, you can't think of anything? Go zoom out. So you zoom out until you find something, right? And write At least one thing. What happens here is, if you've read, there's a great book about writing called Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott, and she talks about how to get going writing if you have writer's block. Just write anything. If you can't think of anything, look up what's the first thing you see. If it's a wall, write the word wall, right? And if you see the word, if you see a picture hung up, write the word picture. Usually that gets your brain going and you'll start to think of things. So write at least one thing down. Okay. So in the next, so again, we're going to do this moving the goalpost exercise, right? Goal, I'm going to give you. So let's do this. Write 3 things. You know what? Let's do a stretch goal. Five things. And I'll give you 10 minutes. So between 10:20 and 10:30. Okay? 10 minutes to do it. Do it. Okay? This is a practice. And once you learn the process, you can keep doing it every day. And I advise that you do it at least once a day. You know, if you're traveling and you don't have your notebook, just sit back and think about it. Right? It's a brain exercise. Right? Zoom out until you find something. So zoom out could be time or it could be place. Right? So so for example, like I said, um, if you can't think of anything that happened to you or that came to you in the past day, or anything that you learned, or anything that you saw in the past day, um, think about in the past month, right? If you can't think of anything in your immediate vicinity, place wise, right? Zoom out, zoom out. Anything that you're grateful for, right? Um, And grateful, by the way, doesn't always mean something good. Okay. This isn't a list of good things that happen to me. This is things that are necessarily good, are good for you. Some bad things can be good for you. So, for example, a negative example. So, I'm grateful that for that person, your coworker's bad behavior, because it helps you observe your own behavior. I'm grateful for that person who has a hunched back because it made me be more conscious of my posture, right? So gratefulness doesn't mean, or gratitude doesn't mean, it's not a list of good things that have, butterflies and sprinkles, good things that happened to me today. People were nice to me today. It's not about people. We don't care if people were nice to us today. We don't care, because in this creating perspective, we're going to create that, right? So this is about learning that everything in our world we create. Almost like the Matrix. Okay. All right. So time, place, zoom out. Right. Zoom out. And this is the list. People, knowledge. I'll leave this up. Hold on. You know what? Let me move this. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'll leave this up. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to do it, and I'm gonna go work on some copywriting. So I'm gonna do some copywriting work for 10 minutes, and you can do your journaling for 10 minutes, and then we'll end the session. Okay. So let's go ahead and start it now, and I'm gonna go on mute. All right. Go ahead and start. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and end the session here. And I'm really curious. Please connect with me on LinkedIn and let me know how that went for you. If you do this enough times, if you do it every day, you know, uh, and only spend 2 or 3 minutes on it, what you'll notice, uh, how you experience abundance. Abundance is simply being able to walk through open doors and the see what is available, being able to see what's available for you in the world. So experiencing experiencing abundance is about walking through open doors. And one more thing, seeing seeing what's available to you. And if you have this mindset, you'll physically see more things. That's what this is actually about. And you'll see more of the open doors and you'll be able to walk through them because you'll see them. It's like a if there's a portal, right? You can't enter the portal if you can't find it. So what this does is it resets your brain so that you can see the opportunity around you. It's like an immigrant coming to a country, coming to America, and seeing money and seeing opportunity where people who are from here don't see it. So it's an effect that you have when you're traveling. If you went and flew to China, right, you'd be able to see things they don't see because they're in that environment every day. Make sense? Anyway, so that's it for today, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end this because I've had a long day. I did, like I said, I did the Josh Boone show this morning. It was like a 4-hour podcast recording, so I'm kind of tired. I'll see you guys. Let's see. So it's Thursday night. I'll see you guys Sunday night. I'm gonna go ahead and end the session